Kristi Carter, and I want to show you my garden today. We're going to be going over some of the roses that I collect and maintain, and we're doing this today because right now the sky is overcast. It's a really good time to start taking videos or to do some sort of photography because the color saturation is fantastic. So that's a little tip for when you're doing videos or photographs. It's just good to do do that outside on an overcast day. So let's take a look at what we have here. Right here behind me we have the Eden Climbing Rose, which is just a beautiful, beautiful rose. And you can see it's over our arbor, which is lovely, and it takes very little care. The thing about roses is that they really don't take a lot of care. There's no big deal. We fertilize them maybe once a year if we think about it. But other than that, we're pretty hands-off. We do prune about once a year, usually when they're dormant in February or so. This rose here, this is called Peace, and it's a beautiful, healthy rose. It's a very old rose. You can see the bottom crown here. It's 50 years old. Look at that sucker. I've cleaned out this crown to expose it to the air so it doesn't get suffocated, because when the crown of your roses gets suffocated, bugs and dirt and bacteria can get inside and start debilitating the rose. So anyway, this one is called Peace, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It smells fabulous. It's huge. Here is a little, with my hand here to scale, this is kind of what it is. I mean, these are big, beautiful flowers. I love it when the buds are just starting to come up because it's just so golden and gorgeous. So beneath the Peace Rose is below our Fuyu persimmon, which is a huge persimmon tree that gives us about 500 persimmons every single year. It's a beautiful, beautiful tree, and this is only about 15 years old. It's not that old. Here's our other rose. This one is called Bewitched, another huge rose. Look at my hand in scale with this rose. It's just gorgeous. And this was given to us by Arlene, our neighbor, who used to live across the street. She's now since passed away. And we have a lot of plants here in my garden that people have given us. They have passed away, or, we still have friends that are, of course, living. And we just have good memories with all these nice plants that people have given us. And then over here we have kind of like a little tropical garden area. I have canna lilies. I have some Euphorbias. I have some kind of exotic type plants in here. But one of my favorite things is this little sweet little climbing rose. Now this little rose has tiny sweet little buds, as you can see, tiny little thing. And it just climbs all the way up this, what tree is this? This is a barberry tree. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love how this little rose climbs all over our fence and our palm trees in the back. Now it only blooms this one time every single year, but it's a sweet little presentation that I really enjoy every single year. Then we move over here. We have a smaller landscape rose that's kind of like an understory to our Lauren Bacall red roses here in the back. And then we have Intrigue, which is a fabulous fragrance, just a beautiful fragrance right here. It's very sweet, pungent fragrance. So this is kind of like the purple red rose area. And again, Lauren Bacall is just stunning. It doesn't have a fragrance, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, perfectly red rose. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we move over to here, and we have a rose named Heaven. So we have Heaven, the rose Heaven, and the rose Eden, which is the arbor rose, growing in our yard. So it's kind of an ethereal backyard landscape. This is Heaven, the rose Heaven, and it's just started putting out its first blossoms. Absolutely beautiful, and it also has a fragrance. It's one of the old-fashioned derivatives, and I like the old-fashioned roses because they're tough and disease-free, and you don't see a lot of aphids on them either. They're just a great rose. Now this one here in the back, this is our climbing rose on our fence. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pink rose that just keeps going and going. And no matter what, I do absolutely nothing. I might prune it once a year if I think about it. Don't even fertilize it, and it's just going gangbusters. It's awesome. Absolutely love this guy. And I don't remember the name of that one. This shrub here is a pomegranate. So we get about, I'd say about 20 pomegranates or so every single year. It's perfect here in the East Bay of San Francisco area because we do get really bad frosts, and this guy does take the frost and the extreme heat. So you can see there's a ton of blossoms on here, and they're really beautiful blossoms. We're going to have a lot of fruit this coming fall. We usually get the fruit, the pomegranates, around October or so. And then next to the pomegranate is our purple rose area. As you can see, I have a lot of different varieties of purple colored roses that also have fragrances. And it's absolutely delicious to come here. And again, this is a perfect time to see this because it's an overcast day, better saturation of color, and the fragrance is amazing. It's very bewitching almost. It's just incredible. Now behind there's a kind of a scraggly fig, which is very nice to have too. This is pretty much a Mediterranean garden. And over here on the fence is it's a Thompson seedless grape that's about 50 years old or so. I'll show you the trunk in just a little bit. And then this is a big, huge bay leaf tree. Now, see, I never even shop for herbs anymore, or bay leaves, because I grow them. And they're so easy to grow. The bay tree here is in the laurel family. Oh, and here's Thor, the Bernese mountain dog. He likes to hang out while we're doing videos. Hi, Thor. Hi, boy. So anyway, he likes to hang out. This bay leaf tree is amazing. It's beautiful to make wreaths with during Christmas time, give branches away to people for a gift or just for a housewarming gift or whatever. And I just come out here and pick fresh bay leaves. It's awesome. I love it. And then as you can see behind there, that's the grape, the Thompson seedless grape, which is 50 plus years old. Now here's another little pomegranate, which is very nice. I thought that the other pomegranate you just saw wasn't producing fruit, so I thought I'd get another one to have, this one be the one that fertilizes the other one. But I really didn't need to do that because pomegranates are self-fertilization type plants. And then over here we have the Gertrude Jekyll rose. This rose smells incredible. And this is one of the first roses ever brought over to the United States. It's named Gertrude Jekyll because she was one of the first women landscape architects in our civilization, basically, that became known. And this rose smells like perfume. It is just amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the roses, I don't know if you know this, but they actually started in Iraq and Iran. So you could say it's a Persian rose. Then we have some other roses here. This one is right next to the pomegranate, which will probably move out. But this one is called Hot Cocoa. And this one is Oprah's favorite rose. So, and here behind here is the grape, and here's the grape trunk. That is a gnarly old 50-year-old trunk for this beautiful grape, and it gives us, like pounds and pounds of Thompson seedless sweet grapes every single August and September. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just goes on forever and ever. Then we have rosemary next to that. So we have a full herb and rose garden, which is very efficient, drought tolerant, and easy to take care of. Over here we have a beautiful rose, and there's no fragrance on this one, but it is gorgeous. The roses are stunning. This one is called a Tuscan rose, and it's I think it's a grandiflora. A lot of my roses are tea roses and or old-fashioned roses. Then we have some nice, what is this one? Veronica next to that. So I like the blue and the orange, red, pink color combination. It looks really nice. Then we move over here. Here is a beautiful purple wallflower, which is another very easy to grow perennial that takes very little water or time or energy. It's just kind of just comes up on its own. And over here we have a stand of beautiful German iris, and we call these Phil because one of our friends, Phil, who used to be a client of my husband's, he gave us a slip of this, and Phil passed away just from natural causes, old age or whatever, about 10 years ago. So when we see these roses blue, or these German irises blooming, we say, oh, Phil's blooming. So it's just kind of a nice sentiment. And back here is another, I think this is a bewitched rose as well. And again, this one came with the house we bought. This house that we're living in is about 50 years old. Absolutely love it. Single story, easy to take care of, mid-century house. And this rose came with the house, and so it's been here for 50-something years. And it just keeps on giving those beautiful pink roses. Now over here we have this sweet little orange rose. It's just, to me, it's like sherbet. It's absolutely darling. And this guy, don't know the name of it, but it's some sort of a neat, unique variety. I got a lot of my roses, especially the old-fashioned roses, up in Sebastopol at a place that's no longer there. It's a nursery called Vintage Gardens. And that was a great source for old-fashioned roses. Here we have, this rose is called Teasing Georgia. Isn't that funny? I love all these wild names. Teasing Georgia is another old-fashioned, beautiful yellow rose, and smells great, and is just super tough. These guys are just tough as bullets. And again, I don't even think I pruned this Teasing Georgia rose this year, and it's doing quite well. In fact, the more old-fashioned roses don't really like a lot of pruning. And look at this, it's just gorgeous. This is our orange yellow rose area. This one over here, the kind of like the hot sherbet pink orange color, that's called Disney. That's the Disney rose. And next to this is Pat Austin, this beautiful orange. I love that orange colored rose. Another old-fashioned. This is an Austin rose. These were developed by David Austin up in Oregon, I think about 100 years ago or so. So there's a lot of different colors on that. We have some yellow ones on the other side of the house. And then we have a beautiful gold medal rose that's just produced like crazy. And another gold medal rose next to it. I like to clump all my colors together because there's more of an impact, more of a statement, and it just looks really pretty. So then next to that we have Euphorbias. Now Euphorbias are great. These are almost like a succulent type thing. And they are fantastic because they take very little care, and they provide a lot of screening. They're a really good background type plant. And I like the colors. I think the colors are cool. You don't want to mix them with your flowers in your vases, though. The only thing is because they have that milky sap, and they don't fare well with other plants in a vase if you're going to use them as cutting flowers. So don't do that. But anyway, they're really easy to keep. And in front of here you see Cerastium, which is called Snow and Summer. It's the gray foliage, white flower ground cover, which is really fun. And then the lamb's ears, which are really the soft little ground cover leaves, and they're just lovely. It all goes really well, and this garden is a low maintenance, pretty good drought tolerant garden that we've had in place here for about 14 years. So I hope you've enjoyed this garden tour, and I'll show you another part of the garden in a little while. Take care, guys. Happy gardening. Kristi Carter over and out.